Hello, welcome back to another video in the how-to series in which I show how to do crazy stuff in Dominion. I made a video on how to empty a supply in 5 turns and how to win empty provinces in 1 turn. And today I combine both and empty the supply in 1 turn. Crazy, isn't it? So this is the kingdom that you need. You need every kingdom card in the kingdom. It also uses only 2 events, which means it's basically a kingdom that can come up theoretically in a random game of online. But pulling that off in a random game is kind of unlikely because you need that starting hand. So basically you draw everything but 4 coppers and a hovel. But you need the gold from Pixie, you need the cursed gold from Pooka and the pouch from Tracker. Cursed gold and pouch, or Pooka and Tracker, are only in the supply because of the heirlooms. So they are not even needed, they are just needed because of their heirlooms. And to have that random starting hand, I think it's a 0.4% chance, so it's very unlikely. I needed 425 tries to get that starting hand. I did not bother resigning and starting over every time because that would have taken forever. Yeah, but I will show you how to empty supply, but not, of course, it's an infinite combo solution like in the first empty the supply solution, which I will not play out, but you will get the gist and see that's an infinite combo. So how does it work? You start by playing cursed gold, which is important because you need the free money. The curse doesn't matter because we will empty the supply. Pouch, then we buy Traveling Fair and top deck a Lurker and advance the Necro into a Villa to be able to come back to the buy phase. Then we need to draw the Lurker, so that's why we play gold, trashing the overgrown estate, draw the Lurker, and advance the villa back into a villa so that we can play the Lurker. Now we finally can Lurker for Fortress, and now we can use the Advanced Fortress combo. So how does it work? We need first 6 money, so we do Advanced Fortress for Villa over and over until we have 6 money. So end actions, Fortress, Villa, Villa, end actions, Advanced Fortress, Villa, Villa, end actions, Advanced Fortress, Villa, Villa, end actions, Advanced Fortress, Villa. So now we have 6 coins. So now I have to make sure that I don't make a mistake. So end actions by traveling for 3 times. So we have 4 buys now. We can advance 4 times. So first we advance Fortress for Lurker, top deck it, so that when we play the Fortress that we can gain it back. Advance Fortress into a bridge, top deck it. Advance Fortress into a library. And advance Fortress into Villa so that we are back in our buy phase. What I didn't also mention, this is a true turn 1 solution, doesn't even use mission like in the last video. So if you consider mission cheating for a turn 1 solution, this doesn't even use mission, so it's a true turn 1 solution. So yeah, now we can play Villa, Fortress, and library draws a whole lot of cards. Play bridge, play Lurker first for Fortress, so that we can do Advanced Fortress all over again. Now we have 4 coppers that we can use to do Traveling Fair again. Now we have 5 buys. Last time we had 4 buys, now we have 5 buys. Also King's Court costs now only 6, so we can advance for it. So let's do the same thing over again. Advance Fortress into Lurker. Advance Fortress into Bridge. Advance Fortress into King's Court now. and then Advanced Fortress into Library again, and Advanced Fortress into Villa, and draw everything up. Now, King's Court, the bridge. So we have buys and coins, which we need for advancing again. Lurker, the fortress again. And Traveling Fair, Traveling Fair. Now we have 6 buys. So even better. Now we can advance fortress into Lurker. Advance fortress into bridge. Advance fortress into King's Court. And now we can get an extra King's Court with it. And do the same thing again. And get Villa. Villa, fortress, library. Keep everything. King's Court, the bridge. King's Court, the Lurker. So, at King's Court Lurker, I want an Overlord. And I want another fortress, of course. We have only 1 villa, so we have to make sure that we get the infinite combo up and running now. We have only 4 coins. We can also only buy Traveling Fair twice. But we have 6 buys again. And now we don't need the bridge anymore. Everything is so cheap already. So what we can do now is advance the fortress into Lurker. I want a second Lurker. Then we want a King's Court. And another King's Court. And library. And villa again. Draw everything. So we don't have villa left yet. So we have to set up the combo now. So we can now King's Court, Lurker. To trash another Overlord and gain it, and I don't think that's needed, but let's just get another fortress in hand again. I think just because we have to do something with the third Lurker. So now we King's Court the Overlord. Now this is the important part. We play it as Pixie because it trashes itself. It trash itself for itself every time. Just to so that the Overlord lands in the trash. We don't want a gold, so don't discard. This is a boon we can. That's optional. Now we can play as it because Overlord is in trash. We can play as it something different. So we can play as at Lurker, gain the Overlord back. Basically, the Overlord gained itself. Top deck doesn't really matter. And now the third Overlord plays as a King's Court. Because King's Court costs 0. And Overlord can now impersonate King's Court. And yeah, and this is now a loop with 2 Overlords gaining each other. And the whole benefit we get each turn is a boon. So let's not do the cycle a couple of times. I want to at least go through all the boons to show you that the boons don't mess anything up. So Overlord as Pixie, we get a card, doesn't matter. We don't need that. As a Lurker to gain it back. As a King's Court, now Overlord as Pixie. We gain 2 Will-O-Wisps, which is fine. We don't want to top deck them. And then Lurker, gain the Overlord back, top deck it. And then next King's Court, Overlord is Pixie. Trash it. Trashing is optional, so that's fine as well. Lurker to gain the Overlord back. King's Court, Overlord, Pixie. This is something I could use later, as soon as I have a treasure. Because there's the one that gains a silver, a Mountain's Gift, I think. We can use that later to accelerate the ending it. But yeah, we can gain anything up to colonies if we want to with Earth's Gift, but we can't do that now. But we have still to trash it. And then Lurker to gain it back. King's Court, Overlord, Pixie. Something we don't need either. Lurker, Overlord, top deck it. King's Court, Overlord, Pixie. Trash. Doesn't really matter. We can discard these two. We have two cards to discard. So now we have the Will-O-Wisp in hand, but that doesn't really matter. Lurker to gain the Overlord. Which we top deck. King's Court, Overlord, Pixie. I can look through the discard pile and May, so this doesn't matter as well. I don't have to top deck. Lurker to gain the Overlord. Top deck it. King's Court, Overlord as Pixie. So now we get a benefit. That's not the most important one, Field's Gift, but we get +1 action and +1 coin. So that means we get 2 coins now from this Pixie. And Lurker, Overlord, top deck it, King's Court, Overlord, Pixie. So now we can get 2 silvers, but that doesn't really matter as well, because as we top deck the Overlord, we make sure that this works every time. I don't want to top deck these. Lurker to gain the Overlord. And top deck. King's Court, Overlord, Pixie. The top 4 cards, discard any number of them, put the rest back in any order. Sure. I can discard all 4 of them. Discard all 4 of them. Doesn't really matter. I can just leave them like that, because we top deck the Overlord, then it doesn't really matter. Lurker, the Overlord, top deck, and King's Court, Overlord, Pixie. And this is the most important one. The last boon in this pile we had is +1 buy and +1 coin, because everything costs 0 basically. Most of the stuff costs 0. The Forest Gift is basically all that we need. We get 2 coins and 2. We get basically 4 coins and 2 buys every 12 pixies. And then also the additional one to discard 2 theoretically, as soon as we have more cards in hand with the Pixie that draws additional cards, we can then now make sure that as soon as we make sure that we have at least an Overlord every time in hand, we can then like free cards in hand, so that we can every time draw 2 and discard 2. Then can discard silvers and to gain colonies, for example, and make that easy. So all we basically need are the buys, and we gain them. So this goes over and over. I won't bother with that, of course, because that probably takes hours to do, or maybe days to click through all of that. It's an infinite loop. I hope you saw how that works. And yeah, thanks for watching. Until next time. Oh yeah, and the solution is not by me, it's by Myth. I will leave a link in the description to click on that, upvote it. It's really good solution. He put a lot of work in it and it's really cool. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you soon next time. Bye.